To, be the outright district champs, undefeated district champs.
And this is a big ball game, without a doubt.
2 weeks remain in the regular season as both Central and Abilene High try to keep their place at the top of the Little Southwest Conference.
There's a very, very small margin for error when you play these guys.
There's a lot of things to adjust to, but I feel good about our game plan.
The District 4 5A crown is still up for grabs. Could Lakeview and Cooper stay in the hunt? Speaking of district crowns, Wiley and Big Spring go toe-to-toe. Who would take over the #1 spot? And the best from Class 3A to 1A going 0 to 100 real quick. The West Texas Scoreboard starts right now.
This is the West Texas Scoreboard.
Well, happy Halloween and welcome to the Week 10 edition of the West Texas Scoreboard. I'm KIDY KXVA Sports Director Manny Diaz. Well, as we near the end of the regular season, without getting too cliche, it's win or go home. Plenty of teams around the big country in Concho Valley trying to seal up playoff spots, while others just looking to keep that district title in sight. One of those teams with their eyes on the prize is Central Bobcats. They shared the district crown with Lee just a year ago. A win tonight could move them closer to an outright title. Eli Howard and the Cats looking to slow down Aaron Dobbins and the Lee Rebels. Opening drive for the Rebels. Wesley Hall decides to keep it, but the Central defense is there, would lead to a 3 and out. Ensuing possession for the Bobcats, going okie doke here, faking the reverse. Holler at your boy Cody Fielder, all alone for the 57-yard touchdown. Central uses 3 plays, 74 yards to go up 7-0. Next lead possession, Wes Hall carries the mail himself, but the drive would stall. Very next Central possession, just a year ago, Braden Hucks was running and looking like a running back and looking like it here for the big 66-yard gain down to the Lee 5-yard line. They finally get him. Very next play, Khalil Antoine cashes it in for the 5-yard touchdown, 14-0 Central, just like that. Good times there at San Angelo Stadium. Down 2 scores. Hall and the Rebels looking for something, anything. Finds a kid in orange. Luke West there for the pick. Always so good. That would set up this. Braden Hucks to Landon Sawyer. 12-yard touchdown. And look at that, getting them twinkle toes in. 2-point conversion good. 22-0 Bobcats. And let's check that score. Central cruises tonight over the Rebels, 49-21. I'm going to give you a few stats from this one. Hucks, 4 rushes for 119 yards and 1 touchdown in the first half. 11-17 for 243 yards passing in the first half and 3 touchdowns. Landon Sawyer, 5 catches for 143 yards and a touchdown, 392 total yards and 13 first downs at the break. That was at the first half, ladies and gents. Meanwhile, we'll have Danny Rondeau at San Angelo Stadium here in just a bit. All right, the Abilene High Eagles were back in the Tall City tonight for the 2nd straight week. A win against Midland would clinch a playoff spot. We picked this one up in the first quarter. Brady Bulger at the helm for the Dogs. Looks for Courtney McMarron, but the weak throw is picked off by Shevern Morris. Takes it back for the pick 6. That would make it 10-0 Abilene. Moments later, the Warbirds had a punt return for a touchdown called back. Derek Scott back to work. Blake Humble jumps the route. Nothing but green grass. Dogs and Eagles trading pick 6. 10-7 Abilene. Midland now back in it. Ensuing drive for the Warbirds. 3rd down for Scott. Takes it on the quarterback sweep. Weaves in and out. Finds a seam and he gone. And the Warbirds are now up 17-7. My goodness. Final minute and a half. Goodrum looking. Finds Brandon Sanchez on the far sidelines. Clock still running. Well, if some is good, more is better. Goodrum finds Sanchez again on the sidelines. That would set up an MHS field goal to end the half. Man, what a great game there in the Tall City. Midland, man, giving Abilene High a great ball game tonight as the Eagles go into Midland for the 2nd straight week in a row and beat Midland High. This has never happened in Steve Warren's career, getting back-to-back wins in the Tall City. Abilene High continues to cruise. Down the road in Odessa, Mojo, Odessa High battling it out for the final Little Southwest Conference playoff spot. You can see the intensity of the players' faces. Of course, the fans and atmosphere was electric at Ratliff Stadium tonight. Mojo goes big with the first play action, fake end around. Heath Wood looks deep and heaves it and finds Sam Wilkins for the monster gain. What a way to begin the game. A few plays later, Panther Panthers knocking on the door, and Brandon Bailey just helps himself by strolling into the end zone. Permian up 7-0. Statement with the first drive. Sebastian Galindo finds a hole with the first carry, a solid 8 yards, but OHS would go 3 and out. The Bronco defense would step up, though. 2 sacks on the next Permian drive, including this hit by Brian McClure. OHS would get a field goal. So Permian up 7-3. Broncos have the ball again. Nick Adams with a read option throws to Cedric Williams, and he picks up a big chunk of yards. It would lead to a field goal. And at the half, Permian led 7-6. Let's check the score. Not too much scoring in this one, folks. A lot of defense. Mojo outlasts the Broncos tonight, 17-14. In fact, this sets up a very interesting game, not for Central, who will play Permian next week in Odessa, but for Permian as they look for seeding in that one. All right, Week 10 is in the books for the Little Southwest Conference, but when we come back, could Lakeview and Cooper shake up the District 4-5A standings? Plus, it's our game of the week. Wiley v. Big Spring. Only one would stand alone when it was all said and done. You're watching the West Texas Scoreboard on Fox.
The West Texas Scoreboard.
It's impossible these days not to capture that awesome player mind-blowing hit. Don't hold your video hostage. We want to see it and put it on TV for our interactive segment called What We Missed. Upload it now to our Facebook or Twitter page, the West Texas Scoreboard. Well, following that 68-63 grudge match in the Panhandle in which the Cooper Cougs fell just shy of a win, they've had an extra week thanks to a bye to gear up for Lubbock Cooper, who most are tabbing as the favorite to win the district. Tonight marked the first meeting ever between the Coopers. A win for the Cougs tonight would be huge. Opening drive for the Cougs, Ruitt looking towards the sideline finds Aaron Peanut Anderson with a great catch while getting both feet down. Nice. Later in the drive, handoff to Devin Johnson for the big gain. Flag on the play, face mask called on the Pirates. Very next play, that would set up Johnson, who takes it 12 yards to pay dirt for his 5th touchdown of the year, and the Cougs are up 7-0 just like that. Ensuing Cooper possession, David Ruitt hooks up with Chris Fukuhara, who drags a guy to the Pirate 21-yard line. Get in the weight room, son. That's a first down. A few plays later, the Cougs facing 3rd down, but Ruitt, with plenty of time, throws a strike over the middle to Aaron Anderson for the 13-yard touchdown, going 12 plays, 83 yards to put the Cougs up 14-0. Second quarter, Cooper Abilene, that is, on the move once again. Handoff to Devin Johnson for the big 25-yard gain past midfield down to the Pirate 44-yard line. 2 plays later, handoff to Johnson for another Abilene Cooper first down to the Pirate 17-yard line. The Cougs then go to Kristen Breedlove, who rumbles his way inside. Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. Right here, this is Kristen Breedlove there. Rumbles inside the 5-yard line. A few plays later, Breedlove caps off the 8-play, 80-yard drive with a 1-yard touchdown. It's 12-0 Abilene Cooper. Very next Lubbock drive, the Pirates answer. Colton Ehlers to Seth Watts for the 38-yard touchdown to make it a 2-score game, 21-7 Abilene. But the Cougars not done yet. Devin Johnson, who cleared over 100 yards rushing in the first half, goes 10 yards untouched for the second touchdown of the night. Watch Jonathan Nicholson, number 8, wall it off. Man, just get out of the way. Abilene Cooper up 28-7. Another, after nothing doing on the ensuing Pirate drive, Abilene gets it back, but gives it right back. Ruitt picked, Pirates in business. That would allow Ehlers to go to work finding Evan McHugh off the bubble screen. He takes it all the way down to the Cougar 10-yard line. A few plays later, Ehlers in trouble. But no worries, finds Seth Watts, who makes a great play for the end zone here to make it 28-14 Abilene Cooper. They would trade shots in the second half, and looky there, the Cougs of Abilene Cooper coming up with a giant win tonight over Lubbock Cooper. Congrats to those cats there, 52-42 over Lubbock Cooper in that one. All right, to the Panhandle, Lakeview looking to right the ship, taking on the old-school motivated wing T Plainview Bulldogs. Opening possession for Lakeview, they get a big run on 3rd down to set themselves up past midfield into Bulldog territory. There's Nick Martinez there. But the next play, Lakeview runs into trouble, trying to flip it to the tailback. Ball loose, Plainview dives on the ball. Bulldogs in business. Plainview's version of the Monster Mash, enjoying the good fortune there. Bulldogs take advantage of the turnover on the ensuing drive, handoff to Warren Fly, and he goes the distance. Touchdown, Plainview. Let's check the score from the Panhandle. Ouch. The Bulldogs work the Chiefs tonight, 53-21. All right, back in the big country. Last week, Big Spring set the tone for tonight's bout with Wiley by upsetting state-ranked Stephenville. A place at the top of the district was up for grabs. Clay Johnston, Wiley's big home run threat with 9 touchdowns in the last 3 games for looking for more with the Steers in town. First quarter, JT hands off to Clay for the touchdown. Wiley on the board first. Look at him go rumbling in there. Then quarterback Tobin Tannerhill throws a pick. Wiley Ryan Baker with the interception. Defense on display. JT Carey then, kind of gives it right back. Picked by Big Spring Allen Ryle. Then later, no worries here, JT with the deep ball to Jackson Money for the first down. There it is. JT then with the handoff to Clay Johnston for another Wiley touchdown. This kid, so good. It's now 13-0 Wiley. And again, if some Clay Johnson is good, more is better. Hand off to Clay, 20-0 in the second quarter with about 8 minutes left. How about the final from Bulldog Stadium? 49-6, working the Steers tonight. More from District 4-3A. Actually, we're going to take you out to Pecos. Meanwhile, Sweetwater on the road tonight, looking to keep its undefeated season intact. First quarter, Sting's already up 8-0. Keegan Jeffrey to Bray Amos. 16-0 Big Red. Second quarter, Sweetwater up 24-0. Make it 31. Going okie doke. McGee to Gomez to Michael to Lawrence. Michael Lawrence all by his lonesome. Then with under a buck to go in the first half, Max Gomez in relief of Keegan Jeffrey hooking up with Michael Lawrence. Twinkle toes in the back of the end zone. 44-0 Sweetwater. Let's check the score from there. The Stings get a win tonight, 44-8 over Pecos. Far from done, the kids of Class 3A are up next. The Wallhawks are inching closer to an outright district title. Could Bangs pull off the upset? It's the West Texas Scoreboard on KIDY, KXVA Fox.
The West Texas Scoreboard.
All right, fans in West Texas staying second to none. So when uploading your picks from the game tonight, use the hashtag #OneTXFan. And we'll make sure it hits the air at the end of the show. All right, let's take you out to Brownwood tonight. Snyder making the trek down to the wood. Less than 2 minutes left before the half. Brownwood up 29-7. Snyder trying to make a comeback on their own 20-yard line. Cody Maxfield throws it off to Taylor Moncrief, who runs it about 12 yards until he's pushed out of bounds. Then Cody Maxfield takes a snap for the quarterback keeper and the touchdown. Now 6 seconds before the end of the half. Snyder still on high. Colt Bertrand with the ball, tries to get away, sacked. But Brownwood, they come up with the big win tonight, 49-14 over the Tigers. All right, what are we looking at the next highlight here? I know we got something good. Let's stay in the big country. Clyde hoping to keep its name among the playoff conversation, hosting early. First quarter, Ty Spears finds Christian Eubanks for the touchdown, 7-0 Bulldogs. Then Clyde's Dante Gomez, wait for it, he's going to come up with a sack. Look at there, you can't get anywhere there. Spears, that would lead to a Spears touchdown as he finds Eubanks again for the score, 14-0 Dogs. Let's check the score, 55-14 Clyde, a winner over early.